Greetings fam, if you're building a serious security camera system and need a central recorder capable of handling a large number of cameras, the REOLINK RLN36 36-channel PoE network video recorder is definitely worth checking out. With support for up to 36 camera channels, it's designed for larger homes, businesses, warehouses, farms, offices, and other properties that need extensive surveillance coverage. So click the link in bio and let's find out whether the REOLINK RLN36 is actually worth buying. The biggest advantage is right in the name, 36 channels. Instead of being limited to a small 4 or 8 camera system, this NVR gives you room to build a much larger surveillance network. That makes it especially useful for commercial properties or larger locations where multiple areas need to be monitored at the same time. You can potentially connect cameras covering entrances, parking areas, hallways, storage spaces, exterior walls, loading zones, and other important locations. Another major advantage of an NVR is having a centralized recording system. Instead of depending on each individual camera to store footage, the NVR can provide a central place to manage and record compatible network cameras. That makes reviewing footage much easier when you have multiple cameras operating across the same property. The RLN36 is particularly suited to PoE security camera systems. Power over Ethernet can simplify installations by allowing compatible cameras to receive both power and network connectivity through Ethernet cabling. For larger installations, this can make the overall system cleaner and easier to manage than running separate power connections to every camera. However, it's important to understand that the NVR itself isn't necessarily the complete security system. You'll still need compatible cameras, storage, networking equipment, Ethernet cables, and other accessories depending on your setup. So make sure you know exactly what the RLN36 includes before buying. One of the biggest benefits of choosing a high-channel NVR is expandability. You don't have to install all 36 cameras immediately. You can start with the cameras you actually need and add more later as your property or security requirements grow. That can make a large NVR a more practical long-term investment than repeatedly replacing a smaller recorder. The RLN36 can also be useful if you're managing cameras with different viewing requirements. You might have fixed cameras monitoring entrances, wide-angle cameras covering open areas, and PTZ cameras positioned where you need more active control. Networking is also important. A 36-camera system can put significant demands on your network infrastructure, especially if you're using multiple high-resolution cameras simultaneously. You'll want to make sure your switches, cabling, uplink connections, and network architecture can comfortably handle the traffic. After looking at the REOLINK RLN36, its biggest strengths are the 36-channel capacity, centralized network video recording, expandability, and suitability for large PoE security camera installations. So, is it worth buying? Yes, especially if you're building a large-scale surveillance system and want plenty of room to expand. For a small home with 2 or 3 cameras, this NVR would likely be excessive. But for businesses, warehouses, farms, offices, large homes, and properties requiring extensive coverage, 36 channels provide a lot of flexibility. Before buying, I'd verify the exact PoE requirements, supported camera resolutions, storage compatibility, maximum hard drive capacity, network bandwidth, recording features, remote access options, and included accessories. If you're planning a serious multi-camera security setup and want an NVR that can grow with your system, the REOLINK RLN36 could be a very capable foundation. Click the link below for the best price.